Where's Falcon? He needs to know. He's still here after a month already? Varlamore Part 2's out and look what we've got! No, not the abs. What's in my hand? This is Falcon, my hammer-locked regular man. So Falcon's been taking a vacation, killing some hill giants, doing some clue scrolls. That's a video for another day. But right now, this week, Varlamore Part 2 has just dropped, and since the start of Falcon and his hammer-locked journey, there are finally new hammers being added into the game. We have got the Glacial Tumultly, however you pronounce it. Its war stats are nowhere near good as Torwag's hammers, although they do give you a prayer bonus, but it does attack at a 4-tick attack speed, compared to Torwag's 5-tick attack speed, so theoretically it may be extra DPS. From what I've heard people saying, it's pretty much a similar DPS outcome as using a dragon skimmy, which is pretty neat. In order to get the Glacial Tumultly, I'm gonna call it the Glacial Tumultly from now on. If it's wrong, it's just wrong. But in order to get it, we need to kill either Frost Nagras or the Amoxliatl, which is a new mini-boss. In order to do that, we'll need to do the Heart of Darkness and its prerequisite quests. So I hope you're ready for Falcon's first steps into Varlamore. I'm a mining level short for Heart of Darkness, so please ignore this. Nothing to see here. A big moment in Falcon's journey. We're going to Varlamore. Fresh new land. Beautiful. Great. Okay, so we gotta start first with Twilight Promise, because Twilight Promise is needed for Heart of Darkness, and Heart of Darkness is needed for the new hammers. I will need to bring in the Exception Wall, because there is a bit where we are going to need to use range. We'll get to that when we get there. I'm going to say it, anyone with collars like that, they're sus. They're so goddamn suspicious, and you can't tell me otherwise. I think I also need to highlight, now that we can wield the Incando Hammer in our offhand, how much of a Giga Chad do we look having the Meat Tenderizer in one hand, followed by Incando Hammer in the other. I fucking love it. Great update, 10 out of 10. I know people like it due to the practical nature of it. Me, I love it for just the Giga Chad nature of just wielding two hammers, which isn't Torwag's. I don't know if it's intentional, but these Knights of Varlamore, they definitely look like Brolaire from the Dark Souls series. I don't know if I mentioned that during the Recipe for Disaster episode or not when I was just doing Children of the Sun, but that is 10 out of 10 Brolaire armor, and you can't tell me otherwise. Right, this is a part of the quest where the Exception Wall is gonna come in. I've got some range gear ready to go, because this dude here, he's gonna want to throw down, he's gonna want to scrap, and he has learnt the ability to pray. Yes, that advanced combat technique, to pray towards the gods to protect you. We're gonna throw down right now. It's gonna be nice and chill, and now I need to switch combat style. There we go. And then we switch back. I like it because this is like, for most people, this will be the first time they experience having to switch combat styles. Everything in Varlamore so far has just been aimed towards mid-game and preparing people for that late game, high game, end game, whatever you want to fucking call it game, content of all the advanced fighting techniques in RuneScape, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. I do like it. But yeah, it's been pretty cool tailored content. My main account obviously has just been able to blast through it without a second thought. It's been pretty sweet. But I've always been saying, whenever I'm talking to my friends and whatnot, there needs to be more mid-game content in RuneScape, because the mid-game is probably the most difficult part, for nothing other than there's just nothing to do except for Barrows, and let's be honest, Barrows is fucking ass. Trust me, I know when I say that Barrows is fucking ass. But yeah, it's good to see them making more mid-game tailored content just to prepare people and train people to how that end-game content plays out. I wish that sort of stuff was there so I could get to grips with it all instead of having to watch multiple YouTube tutorial videos. I got there in the end though, so not all bad, right? Anyways, enough yapping, let's get this quest wrapped up. Get dunked! Best part of Varlamore, owning your own big burb called Renu, or is it Renu? Who knows? Of course we meet again, Metzli, or however you fucking say your name. with your sussy little collar horns. I completely forgot there's going to be a combat encounter, and I am not geared out for this whatsoever. Look at me awkwardly bonk this idiot with this hammer. Get meat tenderized, bitch. Right, that's Twilight Promise done. Beautiful, great. Right then, time for Heart of Darkness. I do like how they've given you the option of when Twilight Promise ends to jump straight into Heart of Darkness, so there's just no messing about. It's pretty neat, personally. I think it's pretty neat. Look at this dramatic angle it's left me at with the stained glass. Alright, I've done this quest on my main account. I definitely need to get some food and get some gear. And then we're going to absolutely send it. Ham Falcon's got his furry himbo uniform on. We're kitted out. Quest helper is not ready yet for this quest because it's so fresh out there. I know what I'm doing though. As I said previously, I've done this on my main account already. But yeah, nothing exciting happens until we join a cult. So let's not sandbag this. Let's just cut straight there. Before we carry on, I'm going to quickly get the stuff to build a Quetzal nest right here, because that's going to be our fastest way to get back and forth for our future hammer grind. There we go, that'll be a nice little shortcut for us to use in the future. So this tower right here, on the map, this one, come to the top, useful for Iron Men I guess. There's an oil lantern here, which you can take as well as whether this is sunshine. I have no idea what it is, I'm just going to drink it. Sick, it's alcohol. It's got quite a kick to it apparently. That's pretty neat though. So the boss we're going to be grinding to get the hammer will drop an amulet which will unlock some new fast travels. One of those fast travels being this statue right here, which is going to be quite useful because the dungeon we'll be going to is this one right here. So that'll be pretty neat, pretty cool, speed things up a whole lot more. But enough of chit chat about what's going to happen in the future. Let's deal with what's going on in the present. We have a cult to join. Right, so we've been called to take some trials which we must pass in order to join the cult. So we go up these stairs and it begins. So the first one, we need to get a password, and if I remember correctly, we pickpocket one of these dudes and open this chest here, or not. It's opening this gate here, sorry. Crack open this chest, look up the book, R-A-L-O, go to this chest in this corner. Good old Raylo. We read a poem, Takum Mact Wit. That is different to when I did this quest last time, which is interesting, so it's going to change each time. We speak to the prince, who's going to translate all of that for us. The Takum means east, Mact means north, and the Wit means south. So now we go to this chest. Read my poem. That's east, east, north, south. East, east, north, south. And we are in. We combine these together. Moki Yue Kemo. Butchered that. Doesn't matter. Once again, that password has changed, which is quite cool. And we are done. We are on to the next floor. This one's easy. We're just going to fuck up some dudes. So I'm going to grab as many of these as possible immediately. And yes, I am ready. Let's get this fight on the go. Quite simple. Permanently. Chill back. Relax. Hammers go bonk. So these dudes with the hammers, you want to take them out first, I found, because they do a AoE special like that. So you take them out first, you don't have to worry about it. So at this bit, concentrate on the brawlers first, I found is useful. Leave the conjurers to attack the prince, because then you don't have to worry about prey magic, which is pretty neat, pretty cool. Also, I want these hammers. Is it possible to get one of these hammers the cultists are using? Okay, I forgot these conjurers can actually heal, so maybe we should deal with the conjurers first. Right, let's help the prince out because he's looking a bit sus at the moment. He fucked it for us. Okay, that's interesting. That didn't happen the last time I did this. But that's good to know. This time I'm going to speedrun it and maybe concentrate on the ones attacking the prince first. Last time I was able to kill him fast enough that it was unconcerned, but that is something new which I've learned. So let's send this troll again. Okay, nice and easy, all done. Use the rest of those bandages so I can get myself topped up. To the next trial. Okay, so the last time it was this one here, Adrius, who was the one which was the traitor. So I'm going to talk to all of them and see what they say first, because I wonder if it swapped it all around, as well as the thing which gives away who is the traitor is going to change too. So let's have a quick skip through and see what it is. So I think it is this dude again. So I'm just going to accuse him. Yeah, it is. Brilliant. I imagine they do switch round, but I've been quite lucky that it's the same person twice in a row. Well, this is where it gets saucy, because we are now going to fight the prince. He's relatively easy. He's just going to turn my prayer off every once in a while, and then I have to look behind myself. Not look behind myself, run behind him. But react a bit quicker than that. There we go. Nice and easy. Job's a good one. Right, now we need to go and get ourselves fully initiated, get us briefed in, and then we can finally start unlocking the dungeon which we need to get our hammers. Look at us in our dorky little uniforms. So they're now going to introduce us to who their cult leader is. And look who it is. It's the one with the suspicious colours, which I mentioned earlier. It's nothing to do with me knowing what happens, because I've done this quest on my main account already. It's the colours, I promise. Oh, and they think the twins are those gods in mortal forms. Nothing important, no one really cares, they're twins, who cares? Right, so we think that all of this is a trap to lure the prince in so we can capture the prince. I have a bright idea of let's not do that, we've got what we need, it's time to leave. The prince unfortunately has a dent in his brain and we're gonna go and play along in the trap, because apparently willingly entering into the trap is the last thing they'd expect us to do. As I said, the prince, he's got a dented brain, dented head, don't think too hard into it, because he's definitely not. We've got a nice little cutscene where everything is going to go terribly wrong. Oh look, it's the dudes who are going to drop our new sweet hammers. Yeah, so for too long, dear Reed, we've been separated. We've got to solve the puzzle now so we can rejoin. With all that said and done, first things first, pull down this chain because it's going to unlock a shortcut for us to get up and down into this place. If I climb up, you can see it brings us back up here. And then you can climb back down here, which is brilliant. Let's pull this final lever. Right, so see these pots? They have symbols on them. We want an earth pot, which is empty. This water pot, which is also empty. This is bad news. Oh no, the water pot was not empty. We just need the earth symbol, which we're going to get denied. And it seems like these empty pots spawn some of these rude dudes. Am I going to get denied a earth symbol? It's also a multi-combat zone, which is something I've just noticed, which is not too cash money. But these dudes are pretty easy to kill, and they can also drop the hammers. But I need to find one of these earth pots, so I'm going to ignore these guys. I'm being cock-blocked here. I don't know if there's any more pots upon this end. Let's take a look. No, what? No earth pots. Can I search a regular urn? No. Have they followed me all the way round? They have. Okay, so I am going to have to kill them. Interesting. At least the prince is here to help now. I wonder if when that icon comes up underneath your feet, if you can move out of that. Let's test it. You can. Okay, that's good. That's great to know. Well, I'm going to head back and put these up, because I've got a weird suspicious feeling that it changes which one you need each time. Last time I didn't need an air one, because there's already an air one. And it seems like there's already an earth one, so it must change each time. Good thing to note. I could have saved a lot of time there. Right, now these are all on. I'm going to take note of what these say, because we need to take note of each of these. So this one is Navi. So water Navi. Fire Oma. Air is Yia. And earth is Zemmer. So if we talk to this dude, he should translate a few things for us. Or not. Either way, these dudes have followed us over, so now we're going to have to kill these. Here we go. Last about words is found in the war. So Oma means 2. Yia means 3. He doesn't know what Nawi means. And Zima means 1. Which means Navi means 4. So with all that put together, we first touch earth, which is 1. Then we touch fire, which is 2. Touch air, which is 3. And water, which is 4. And we are in. Okay, so we get this cool little cutscene now where we're introduced to the boss. There's the boss. Say hello, boss. And unfortunately, the prince is now being kidnapped. Cultists come in, tell us, ha ha, you fell for the trap, you idiots. But you know, that's part of our plan apparently, because they wasn't expect there to be a trap. Also, Amoxliatl, whether it's pronounced, has let the cultists know what they want, blah, 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 blah. Now we get our free trial of a boss fight. Which is easy. Avoid things on the floor. And hammers go bonk. Oh, and prayer magic at all times. Don't forget that bit. Then turns off your prayer. You got to turn it back on before you get hit. Or else ouchie, ouch. And then we must attack these when these come in. I don't know what happens if you don't. Oh yeah, don't step on those things because you will get hurt. These things here. And job's a good one. And that is what we're going to have to rinse and repeat in order to get our hammers. But for now, let's head back over here where we built a quattle. And we will need to travel back to the palace and let them know the bad news about the prince being abducted. But that's okay, because apparently that was part of our plan, because they did not totally expect us to walk into their trap whatsoever. And that's Heart of Darkness done and dusted, with a few extra levels thrown in there. And now the real grind can begin. Okay, so this is my plan to load out in my inventory. As you saw in the actual boss fight itself, I didn't really take any damage except for when I misstepped. Everything spawned in now for this layer dungeon. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I didn't actually take any damage except for when I misstepped. So the plan is take as little food as possible because frankly, I don't really need it. It's more so prayer pot so we can do a nice, long, healthy stay. We'll see how this turns out. It might be trash. It might not be. So I'm going to drink my stand potion because as we saw, being able to run around was quite important in there. And let's do this thing. So as you saw, quite a few misclicks there did cost me quite a bit of health. But as I get this going, this should be a whole lot more easier to go along with. So it shouldn't be too bad, is what I'm saying to myself in my head. So my biggest problem with that one was definitely the positioning, as you saw, but I didn't take as much damage this time, which was pretty good, pretty neat. Not making much money, 18k, but I don't expect to make much money. I'm mainly here for the hammers. That was relatively clean. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, let's just cut to the bits where we get something juicy, shall we? Oh, Okay, that's a pendant. That is one of the things we want. So that now means if I use that to charge it up, I can get that at the thingamajig. What's it called? The shrine. And that gives us a faster way to get back here in the future. That's a good drop. Good drop. What we want to do is come up here, activate this statue, and with that, I can now rub the pendant and teleport back here. So trips, when we're coming back to restock, should be a whole lot fucking quicker now, which is absolutely beautiful. Love it. Oh, guys, we've got the hammer. Hammer acquired. Guys, let's just calm down for a moment because we've got the hammer. I'm going to finish these ones, but we've got the fucking hammer. We've got it. Look at them. Look at the new goddamn fucking hammers. Hammer acquired. So after 33 kills, ignore the 34, we did a bonus extra kill. We now have a Glacial Tomotally. However it's fucking pronounced, I still can't say it. But this was interesting. So with the Torwag's hammers, this has a +2 prayer bonus over the Torwag's hammer, -8 strength bonus, and -13 crush accuracy. But the coolest part is that it is speed -1. So theoretically, I reckon that is the same DPS output as the Torwag's hammers, purely because it attacks faster, with an added prayer bonus, as well as it looks a whole lot cooler. Look at them. Look at those curved hammer boys. And more importantly, the most important part of them all, they do not degrade, so there's no upkeep cost to them, which is pretty sweet. And looking at the GE, they seem to be selling at around 260k at the moment. Compared to Torwag's hammers, which is around 101, that's mainly because of Hui just coming out, and they're like 4th bis for Hui, I guess, maybe, possibly, who knows. But yeah, that's another hammer for the collection, which will sit there. We'll get this one repaired up, so we've got those 20 hammers, and the one broken one. And that is where we are, hammer-wise. And with that, we are rank 12,220. We're only going to fall down from there, but that's a nice little one for the record books. Ignore that Obor KC. That is for our next video. And after all that excitement, it's time for me to get back to my miserable grind at the Hill Giants. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like and subscribe button. It lets you know when the next video goes up. But until next time, good luck with your grinds, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care.